Welcome back, friends. Good morning. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. I'm going to take you along on my day today. A lot of you have been commenting to take it easy, and that is my new goal. So I have been trying to get out there and start filming for my new little side hustle, which is UGC content. So I've just been doing user generated content for different companies and building a portfolio. So I hope you enjoy some of these shots done with my nicer camera, and I hope it's okay that I splash them into my realistic content. I really do love being behind the camera, but a lot of times I come to you in a more realistic manner, like I was saying. So I'm lucky to have some beautiful places to go around me to film some of this, and I've really just been enjoying getting outside straight on in the morning. So if you're new here, hi, hello. My name is Tori. I'm a wife to one and a mother to almost four. We are welcoming our son any day now, and we're very excited. So today I'm going to start with 4 different things like I try and do every single day. 1 is going outside. Number 2 is preparing a postpartum meal. So this is a huge leftover makeover of mine. If you're new here, I like to utilize my leftovers in unique ways so food doesn't go to waste and my family gets fed. So this is like a chicken enchilada filling. This could go over nachos. This could go on rice. This could go on a salad. It could be used as a cold chicken salad if you wanted it to. It could also go into an enchilada. There are so many different ways. I love using leftovers as a meal for later on in the week, but this is great because I can pop them into a silicone muffin tin and then portion them out with some rice. So I could just heat this up whenever I need something quick and then put it over some minute rice and go from there. I'm putting some olive cream cheese on here. We have enchilada sauce as a base. We have potatoes, chicken, and I think some lima beans in there. And then we have some home canned pinto beans that I've been really enjoying. I'm excited because we have quite the stash of that.
You were my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you. You and me so clueless. We were just broken.
Another thing on my list is a daily task, and that is cleaning something in a deep way. So I really want to get the windows done and the baseboards. I know that's not essential for postpartum, but it would make me feel a bit better. I was excited that this company, Feppo, decided to reach out and send me this steam mop with so many attachments. You know, I'm a gadget girl through and through, but I love minimalism. So having this all-in-one machine has been a game changer. This can do it all. It honestly has been so awesome to bring another non-toxic element into my home as a means of cleaning. I am all about trying to clean as I go and not letting the mess pile up. So this has been so helpful. I will have everything linked in the description box down below, but I'm going to show you some things that it can do. And I am going to start with steam cleaning my windows, which I didn't even know was a thing until I started watching videos of these steam cleaners. So I've been going through each of my windows and doing that. The steam mop itself has been really helpful. I just throw the replacement parts, or well, the replacement cloth into the washing machine every night, and then I just go to the next room. And then I love that I can get some of those smaller attachments and get to the baseboards and wipe those down, as well as the bathrooms. If you're new here, we moved into this house in February, and it was built in the 70s, so there's just some interesting architecture in the house. It's absolutely beautiful, but I have found it challenging to clean. So having a little gadget like this has been really helpful on me and the kids. The kids love to help clean, especially now in this fourth pregnancy. It's a little bit tricky for me to stand. So here I am therapeutically steaming my windows, and I am thoroughly impressed. So there's some bristle attachments here as well as one of the wire brush attachments. This has been great for harder to reach spots. And then this is like a hard sponge attachment that you can use in the bathroom. I really enjoy that. So again, I will have everything linked down below. Thank you, Feppo, for sponsoring this portion of today's video, and I will get back into the rest of our day soon.
Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep in your worn-out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep.
Obviously, these little lists of mine vary by season, depending on the weather, depending on what season of motherhood I'm in, but this season is all about preservation. Our corn is not ready yet. We did not do a sweet corn variety in the garden. I'm excited to share with you our harvest when we get there in the fall, but up at our Amish stand, they had a dozen for $5. So I grabbed as much as I could, and then I started processing. I love freezer corn. I love having it in the freezer. I decided to forego canning the corn right now. So I am going to just blanch this and then take it off the cob, put it in some freezer bags and go from there. And then maybe in the winter time, if I feel like bringing out the water bath canner or something, I will low and slow make a corn relish or something like that. I'm not a huge fan of just plain canned corn. We don't really like sweetened corn with like sugar or anything. So freezer corn is the way to go. I'm realizing that maybe 3 years of corn will do us well in one freezer bag, depending on what kind of meals we're having. So my goal is to get about 52 bags, maybe 54, into the freezer before the baby comes. So wish me luck on that venture. I'm not sure if that is actually going to happen or not, but usually the kids like to help husk, but I ended up putting on Hocus Pocus for them. So they love watching a movie when it's raining, and I just light a little candle for them and do something in the background. I have found that as a mother, this is just a little easier on me and easier on them. So I do like to get something preserved every single day, whether that be seeds from the garden or herbs from our woods that I foraged or food for later down the line. But it's a little tricky with our due date happening like right now and the height of garden preservation season. But I have been meaning to ask some of you something. I have been really wanting to switch my vacuum sealer to a chamber sealer. I feel like it would do a lot for me. I can put soups into a chamber sealer. They're very interesting, but very costly. If any of you have a chamber sealer, I would love to hear about it. Apparently, it does not suck the air out of the bag. It sucks it from the outside. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure I'm understanding it properly, but the seal that it gets is pretty impressive, and I would love to start preserving in that way. Besides a chamber sealer, the only other thing I don't have is a freeze dryer. I'm not sure if I'm interested in a freeze dryer, but that could be another way to preserve down the line. So I'm just cracking my corn in half here and putting it in some boiling water, and then I will switch it to a quick little ice bath, and then we will go from there. I need to pop out to the garden and grab a few herbs. If you did not see on the other channel, unfortunately, our female turkey Tish has passed away. We have been taking care of her for a little bit here, and it just it didn't, I mean, I'm not going to say it didn't end well. Of course, we lost a turkey, and our male turkey lost his mate, but she passed peacefully, and we gave her a proper burial. So I have been out there because, unfortunately, our male turkey is very stressed out. This may seem silly to some of you that just don't get it, but I like to sit with him, and I've been doing that until we get a replacement turkey. So I'm going to go through a hatchery this time. If you didn't see on my personal page, I have left most of the social media apps except for YouTube. I still plan to upload here. It's really where my heart is and where I can connect with people that actually enjoy watching our day to day. And I really do value our friendships that we have made over the past 7 years. But with that being said, I have left all of my Facebook bird groups essentially, and there were a lot around me where I could have got some new turkeys, and unfortunately I can't do that now. So a hatchery would be the safest bet for us. I'm going to relax here, enjoy the night. That is the last thing on my list, is just being one with myself and this baby, setting down all electronic devices, having a nice red raspberry leaf tea, and really looking back on the day and all the time I got to spend with the kids. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening and watching this little change up of content. Stay tuned this week. I have some more fun videos coming out, and I can't wait to see you. Stay adventurous, stay creative. Bye, y'all.
Wish that I could stay. Wish for this moment to never go away. But it's all in my mind, and though I know that there is nothing to find, you're a beautiful sight.